I'm Neff from Neff's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet. A lot of interesting things on the internet, my guys. Let's face it. One of the craziest things that's crawled out of it, in my opinion, is social media influencers who try to be life coaches. Now, we all need coaching. We all need therapy at one point or other. And the therapists that we get with, they have to match us in some ways. But there are some therapists who aren't therapists at all. They're life coaches. And the only thing that they can do is give you advice. And they seem to think that this advice is the same thing as a university education. But I promise you it is not. And after diving into this group of individuals, I find them very wanting, and I am concerned. I am very concerned, especially when we talk about their influence versus their income, versus their look and where they are. One thing I learned pretty quickly about business is if you're getting business information from people, you need to get it from locals. Let's face it, information for business in America is different than it is in Pakistan, in India. Now, with technology, we can get information from India, Pakistan that will help us out quite a bit if we're trying to figure out Windows issues. However, if we want to know how to run business, business is a social thing. So the social thing is attached to it, and social stuff changes all over the place. The same with relationships, the same with life, the same with everything. Everything changes, even the country changes, even the earth changes underneath us. Trust me, own a piece of land that's by a turning piece of river, and you find out pretty quick. My ex got relationship advice from a woman named Tabs, among other people, who basically told her it's better to push your husband out than it is to end the relationship. And also, and other people that she was listening to were telling her that I was a covert narcissist, or at least that's what she was getting, and that's what she was feeding back to me. The problem with all of this is the information that she was getting, she wasn't using right, and they weren't telling her how to use it right. Here's an example. You never call a narcissist out. You never call them out. That's dangerous. It's dangerous for you. It's dangerous for the family. Kicking a man out of the house can be a phenomenally dangerous thing. Now, some men will not leave the house. I am one of these men. I would not leave the house. But she wanted everything. So instead of breaking up and divorcing, like I suggest maybe we do, she thought that maybe we could stay together, but she could change things so she would have all the power. All of a sudden, social media came out. She was addicted to TikTok. She was on it all the time, talking to all of these influencers. This was her life now. She might have even been trying to be an influencer herself. But under all of this, there's a very big victim Olympics that I find gets shined. Like someone needs to shine a turd for their application. And this is what I want to talk about. I've been listening to, and I've been paying money for behind the scenes stuff for financial audits. And a lot of people will come in to different people for financial audits. And if you find out, if you break down the money that they make, what they do, what they make to get that money, it is scary how many useless people have. It's scary how many people who are useless have classes or have relationship guru advice. If you look into these people, no, I'm sorry, kind of getting unhinged a little bit all of a sudden because these people, these sugar daddies and daddy's money girls are talking about how they have YouTube channels much like mine that are simply aimed at talking about relationships and being a relationship coach, though these individuals don't even have proper relationships to begin with. Though these women, they themselves admit they have difficulties in relationships because of SA issues. Now that TikToker Tabs, I don't see her anywhere. I don't know where she went, and I hear that she was banned, which is interesting. I almost think that we need laws to protect families from individuals like this. Now, the thing that really gets to me about all of this is my ex went with all of these people she was talking to And all of these people she was talking to just wanted her money. Shh. They all just wanted her money. Tabs wanted her attention and her finances. The lawyer, in the end, who said that she would get the house, who didn't know the full story, of course, nobody knows the full stories. Ultimately, at the end of it, 1/3 of all of our money went to lawyers. And I have a disabled child. She's deaf and brain damaged. And with that, I want to bring us to one really important thing. My kid would be dead right now if I didn't bother my ex into going back to the hospital. My ex thought that since she was a good mother, she should have been giving breast milk. She was not giving breast milk, and the baby was not latching properly. Uh, Long story short, not enough water, brain damage. I can't get into it. I'll never forgive myself, but I'm the only reason that my kid's alive today, because I bothered her. I bitched at her to make her get her ass out there. Now, none of the relationship advice people would say that doing that was any good. But it came to a thing where I needed to be a dick in order to keep my kid alive. Now, who's interested in my kids? Not the lawyers, not the relationship advice, not the gurus. These people are only interested in focusing on the self, the goddess, the individual. And what I'm seeing is that when I'm looking at it, all these woo girls giving out information, is a lot of them come from a lot of money, where they are able, not because of the benefit of the things that are saying, but something else has made it so that they don't have to go to work, that they don't have to do stuff. And when you don't have to go to work and when you don't have to do stuff, your life views change quite a bit. I think one thing that we need to start putting down legitimately is that men do stupid things for women. They give them things. They give them a lot of things. And there's a lot of women that are relying exclusively on that. And when they don't get it, they blame the world. Honey, you have got to put some energy in order to get energy out, basically. Life is all energy, they say. And I'm sad that we're separating from the reality of the situation. One thing that was said that really bothers me is this woman that was like, my mom and my stepdad, we didn't get along. I had to leave when I was 16. Like, oh. Because that says something. You had to leave when you were 16? No, 14? 16? One or the other. Oh, she got a house on her own. Okay, who paid for that house? Because, like, let's face it, people had to pay. Oh, her mom paid for it. Okay, guys, this is the person that shouldn't be giving relationship advice or life coaching advice, because 99% of people who have the situation, they don't have a mother that will pay for another place for them. I know several women that have lived this way. Some of them didn't turn out very well. And if they would have followed this woman's information, they would have not have gotten the same outcome. They would not have gotten the same. But what's really scary is it seems like these individuals who have everything are scaring or making women think that there are safety nets out there for them, and they don't even care about their family. I think we need to face the fact that there are a lot of women these days that don't care about their family. And to say that every woman cares about their children is, we're not looking at reality. We're just not looking at reality. The same as men. We can't say all men care about their kids. We like to think they do, but they don't. And this is something that we need to hold people more responsible for. And I think we need to start looking at life coaches poorly. Or we need to ask them what they've done to deserve being called a life coach. I legitimately know a piece of crud, frontline infantry guy, never went off to war, fell off his bike and got hurt. Real crummy individual to anyone not like him. He legitimately thinks he's an angel. He compares himself to the higherly heavenly host that gets to bully around the other. I'm not even getting into that. Jeez. But anyways, he's over in India because he has a friend who's Indian. He started a life coaching thing. I see so much wrong with that. Anyways, Just food for thought. Thanks for listening to me, though. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other, please. And remember, things are different. Relationships are different. So maybe you can't be life coaching on this app. Maybe you can't be taking everyone's advice. That's food for thought. Have a good one, folks.